Hi, Bill Henshaw here again. You win in court at gmail.com. Just talking earlier on the video you'll see, and hopefully you have seen by now, on the bastards wanting to suspend the Constitution and go to all digital, digitized currency. And if either of those things happen, it's a disaster. As if we're not getting close enough. It's the end of the United States as we know it. Fortunately, as Og Mandino once said, the definition of luck is when opportunity meets preparation. And I'm one of the most prepared people you're ever going to see. And I have a lot of answers. And if we have a constitution and the right to trial by jury, we can stop them. Hopefully, get in their damn tracks. You can get more information. Send me request for information at youwinincourt at gmail.com. I'll be happy to send you some bonus documents and information on obtaining my materials and teaching you how to go about it. Because a lot of issues we have, you would have no clue. They didn't teach me a damn thing in high school 50 years ago either. But now I know issues, for example, like racial representation, quorum to do business, Republican form of government. They don't want you to know any of that. All they want you to know is this due process crap under the non-existent 14th War Amendment. You can stick that up, you know where. It doesn't work. It wasn't planned to work. It's never going to work. Simple as that. The 14th Amendment did nothing more than make all of us equal, not by elevating the recently freedmen to our status, which they didn't have the authority to do, at least the way they attempted to do it, but by reducing all of us to theirs. They think we're all slaves now, nothing more than chattel property, fully subject to the jurisdiction of the United States and with no rights, except the occasional privilege they give us, and once in a while they have to make it look good, like with Rodney King. But the government is not your friend, and it hasn't been for at least 70 years, if not going back to the New Deal and maybe beyond that. But we do have ways to deal with them and do it effectively, get in front of our friends and members of the jury and get in there, and they won't be able to convict us. They couldn't do it to me in South Carolina. They gave up and sent me home rather than go to trial because they knew what was coming. And I can teach you to effectively do the same thing. It isn't that hard. But here's a news item that may have slipped under the radar here, where the U.S. Treasury is going to borrow this quarter, 3 months, 3 trillion, quote unquote, dollars. The obvious question is, who the hell are they going to borrow it from? And that, my friends, the answer to that question opens up a lot of areas for us to challenge the bastards even in their corrupt courts. And by the way, you do the math here. $3 trillion in 3 months. You know what that comes out to per second? Oh my goodness gracious. Comes out to $240 million a second that we're borrowing from some unknown lender at this point in time. Who do you know has that kind of money? Bill Gates? Ain't. Forget about it. Not even close. Now we're getting close to the real mystery here as to who does. Although the answer is simpler than you might think, because if these people that are lenders can create money out of debt, and that's all it is, and we have Mariner S. Eccles, the then Fed chairman, saying on the record in 1941, House Subcommittee on Banking and Finance, the Fed has the power to create money out of debt. And without debt, there would be no money. If that's true, the Fed are the agents of the government that created them, and those agents are our agents because we ordained and established this Constitution and all government to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. So if Congress has that power to delegate, a highly questionable prospect, they had to have gotten it from where? Yeah, you and I. We can create debt, and I'm willing to bet you I can create debt better than the next person. So that's how simple this ultimately becomes in constitutional terms. So we'll have a bit more to say about it later. I'm always willing to accept questions, comments, objections, and send me information on my modestly priced constitutional document package at uwinnincourt@gmail.com. Subscribe and tell your friends. Thank you.